Hey, what's going on, guys? Mr. Talbain here, and welcome back to Talbain Racing. Today, we're actually not going to be in LMU for once. We're going back to ACC this time. And the reason is because Low Fuel Motorsport is hosting a Porsche Cup. And I was very interested in trying this one out because I do like, when I can catch it, watching the actual Porsche Cup that happens during some F1 weekends and other tracks as well. Now, this particular one, we're not using the GT3 Porsche cars. We are using a specific car for this specific type of race, which is the Porsche, which is known as the Porsche 911 Cup car, or Porsche 992 Cup car, or whatever 99 whatever, you know. So, in any case, today we're actually going to be heading over to Bathurst Mount Panorama. This is one of my favorite tracks. I love this track back when I played it a lot in Gran Turismo. However, it was not my best track. So, and that is pretty much the case in ACC. Because if it already wasn't in GT7, you can imagine how ACC was for me and still is to this day. So we are going to go on ahead and head on over there. I didn't do my best. Unfortunately, it was a rough race. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It was a rough one. However, I survived and we lived to tell the tale, and that's what matters to me at the end of the day. So without further ado, let's go on ahead and hit the track. All right, guys, welcome to Bathurst Mount Panorama. We are going to start the very first how can I put it? Very first Porsche Cup race for LFM. So I got my setup already done. I'm using Go setups for this one, to be honest. So that is something that I am looking to test out. So we'll see how this works out. But I have started using different setups and stuff, especially for ACC. It's pretty important, but I'm not good at setting those up myself, but we'll see how it works out using someone else's setups. But in any case, today we actually have 17 cars on track. I am in second to last place. Qualifying didn't go very well for me, honestly. So I decided it's probably best to start in the back. And see what unfolds, and just basically while I love this track, it is not my best track, so I figured it would be best to go on ahead and just start somewhere where I would feel safer to start in this track. Now there are 6 tracks throughout the series that's gonna span a few months, so we may have some good days, may have some bad days, so we'll see what happens. But for now, let's go on ahead and get ready to drive. Got about 15 seconds before race start, and we're going to be racing for 25 minutes. Hopefully we'll make it these past 25 minutes. That is kind of the goal for me, is to survive. That's pretty much all I care about at this point.
Stay simplified.
Hello? Okay.
Stay away from curbs.
I got stuck there for a second. Alright, guys. So unlike in most games, the collisions are disabled, but you still want to be careful. Make sure your tires are warm when the race starts. So it's a full lap. How can I put it? It's a full lap of the formation lap. Just trying to get those tires warmed up. But I'm not gonna lie, I have Le Mans Ultimate PTSD where the where the collisions are on even during formation, so I'm still trying to be as careful as possible. It looks like my tires are warming up. One thing I don't have a problem with in this game is warming up the tires. I seem to always have that issue in LMU as well. But anyways. But yeah, as you can see, the collisions are not on right now. So alright, the tires should be in a good spot by the time we get to the start-finish line, so. And I know what you guys are thinking. Why do you have the formation lap on? It's because, why not, right? I didn't know this lap was going to be like this, but I guess they wanted it to be more, like, realistic, I guess. This is also quite a large track. The mirrors in the background messed up and everything. There's something I need to fix with ACC though, because I'm in. What are you doing?
Going double file.
Oh, word? We're just gonna skip each other during the formation lap. But due to the collisions being off, there's always chaos during the formation lap. So the people not gonna act right.
Green light, green light.
All right. All right, we are starting here. Now, I will say the Porsche Cup cars are very different, or a bit different. I don't know exactly how different, but they are different from the GT3 cars. I will say that. But the handling is a little different. But we got to make sure we're on point. But for this first lap, I'm just gonna make sure I'm just keeping it easy, taking it easy, if you will. Oh, crap. These guys are also probably way faster than me, so that's why I'm like, let's keep it safe here. I'm not expecting much from this race because I didn't have I didn't have a lot of time to practice this one either, so as long as I can stay safe, if you will. We should be good to go. And be careful not to hit the curbs and shit. That's gonna be a constant. Well, not the curbs, but the walls, if you will. That is definitely something you always want to be mindful of, especially here in Mount Panorama. Guys are racing each other up in front of me, which is going to cause an accident if you're not careful. Come on, y'all. There's certain places you want to hug the corners, like here. At least. I think I saw the guy behind me spin out too. So there is that. You probably won't get as many quips from me in this one because I feel like I have to concentrate more. Because of how much this game seems to beat you up with the force feedback. At least with this car. They do a good job of like differentiating the car classes too, which is nice. Like each class of GT cars feels different. And I've always loved ACC for that, even though it's focused on GT racing completely. So that's GT2, GT3, GT4, and I guess the lesser known cars that are kind of GTs, which are like the Porsche Cup cars and the TCX cars, like the BMWs. Oof, almost hit the wall there. I will say, I am still extremely slow in this game, so and that shows. That's okay. I thought the Porsche Cup would be a fun little thing to do as well. Oh no. Yeah, and I'm stopping sooner than most as well, it seems. Whoa. Oh, that would have been real bad. Alright. We're out of the mountain. Pretty much when you're in the mountain, you can't really do much. You just gotta survive once you're in the mountain. But these parts outside, you can do your overtakes and stuff like that, it seems. Have I seen people try to do overtakes in the mountain? Yes. It has happened. Fuck. Shit. That sucked. Damn it. All right. All right. Dang. There's some clusters of cars too. That are ahead of me. And I'm just chilling in the back, so. But to be fair, LFM has always been a different breed of ACC drivers. Oh. Gotta make sure I get into second gear here. I'm not confident enough to not be in like third gear and stuff. I'm thinking I'm in Gran Turismo. Not the case. In Gran Turismo, you can kind of do the... They have like suggested gears, and you can, if you're good enough, you can always go above that. So... But in other games, you have to There isn't necessarily a suggested gear, but you definitely you'll know what gear you need to be in through trial and error, one way or another, right? Yep, we got about 12 and a half minutes left of the race, so sounds about right. I have to wake up early today to do this. I'm waking up early just to be in 16th, guys. Crazy. But no. Decided to do it early because I got some stuff to do today afterwards. So I figured I'd give you guys a race in the meantime. I think it's only fair. I haven't done a race. I haven't uploaded a race all week. I may try to upload this later tonight. To be honest. Shit. Golly. We got light damage. I think we should be good though. We should be okay. Yeah, my wheel is not acting up, so. It is a rough day in the office, a rough day in the mountains, y'all. For your boy.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
So we will see what happens. But yeah, there's some stuff I gotta take care of today. Mainly, gotta take one of the doggos to the vet today, so. She gotta get her shots and all that good stuff. Alright guys, well we got what, less than 10 minutes? You know, so we'll see what can happen in those 10 minutes. I don't suspect anything, but we just gotta keep it on track. Keep it careful on the track. Which I'm not doing. I think it's because I think I got a little overconfident because I'm used to this track from a previous game, you know. So for those of you who may not know, I kind of started, I've always had an interest in like realistic racing games, even as a kid. But I didn't really start delving into it until like the latter half of Gran Turismo Sport, which has this track, of course. And then I find out about this game because I finally bit the bullet, got a racing wheel. It was like a G29 attached to my desk at the time. Good times, good times. The humble beginnings of your boy, right? I mean, I'm still not like where I want to be as far as like equipment and stuff, but that will be in due time. I got to get good at these games first. But that's a whole nother different subject there. So I race this track quite often because it would be in the daily races, right? So I got a little too confident, and I shouldn't do that because this is a completely different game. You know, you'll get used to the tracks, of course, to a certain degree, like as far as you know the layout. But as far as like how each game's physics works, it's very different, especially between Gran Turismo and this game. You know, this is not meant to be like the pick up and play nature that like something like Gran Turismo Forza have. So it does demand your time, but it rewards you for it. When I was playing this game a lot more, I definitely felt myself getting faster and whatnot, but that has long since passed. Many updates later for this game too, so it is it's its own thing. So, you know, if I had stuck with it, you know, instead of crashing in Bathurst and pretty much probably gonna get overlapped by the time this race is over, you know, I probably would have been like at least in the mid pack, kind of like what is happening in Le Mans Ultimate. I'm slowly getting to the middle of the pack, and I'm actually pretty happy about that. But for this game, I've always loved ACC, so, and the whole LFM ecosystem really gave me a reason to start getting back on it. But as you can see with my score below me, I don't be racing that much. So, but that's just due to like time constraints and, you know, wanting to focus on another game at this time. But I will say this week in particular has just been pretty busy. You know, especially with like work. It seemed like a busier week than usual. So your boy was kind of tired. And usually I would have had a video recorded earlier in the week and then I would have uploaded. But that did not happen. But for these videos, the Porsche Cup videos, they're always going to be on Saturdays because it's the best day for me to do the race. The rest of the races are during when I'm at work, like the times, so I can't really do those races pretty much. So just so you know, whenever you're seeing this, the recording date of this is the 12th of July, which is a Saturday. So all of these videos are going to take place on a Saturday, or at least be recorded on Saturday, even if I don't upload them the same day. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. But it looks like the looks like first and second place are gaining on me. We got 5 minutes left. And also, as you probably have noticed, I don't have the crew chief on because this game has its own spotter. So I don't really need the crew chief for this one. LMU does not. It only has the announcer for like doing the grid start and formation start and all that stuff. So but this game has its own spotter, which I'm very happy that it does. I think there's one more Porsche Cup race too. But I'm not gonna do it, so I'm only doing the 11:14 a.m. race on LFM, so if for some reason you want to hang out in the back with me, you'll probably see me in that session. corner always gets me. I hit it at the wrong time there. Lost like 0.30 seconds. Okay. We had a yellow flag for a second there. But yeah, first and second place are on my ass at this point.
Faster cars approaching. Watch out. Car on the left.
Go ahead, bro.
On the left.
I'm not even gonna fight you. Go ahead, y'all.
Faster car approaching. Watch out.
The crazy thing about getting blue flags and Mount Panorama is that you have to move out the way as much as you can and hope they don't tap you while they pass. It can't be helped because of how narrow it is, especially depending on the cars that you're driving. These Porsche cup cars they're pretty wide boys, so you know, gotta make sure you guys give each other enough space. But at the same time, I don't think this was a bad choice for the first race. Well, we might see more people for the other races just because they're more familiar tracks, safer tracks, quote unquote. So, you know, there is that to consider as well. But I do apologize, y'all. No gripping racing today, unfortunately. It's just me trying my best to survive at this point.
Leaders on final lap.
Alright, we're on the final lap, guys. Apparently, I gained a position. Somebody got taken out, I'm assuming. So, that's the only reason I gained 2 positions. But that's not what we want to hear, right? I want to get a good position on my own merit, but that requires me to actually focus on this game. And it is recommended to focus on one sim. However, I feel like focusing on one cup in another sim can't be that bad, right? I think I survived somewhat unscathed, though. Because this is technically my first official race in this car.
Leader has finished the race.
Yep, and that's how I'm gonna do the final lap, guys. That's it.
Right, race is over. Good job, mate. You did your best to bring it back to the pits.
I did do my best. That shit sucked. But anyways, that pretty much does it for the race, guys. So not the best result, unfortunately. However, I did better than I thought I would. I honestly thought I would actually crash out, which almost happened. So I survived the race. That is all that matters to me at this point. But I think next week we actually will be at the Red Bull Ring. That is another track that I am used to, but this time I'm gonna make sure I at least put some practice in, because hanging out in the back, while it's safe, the safe choice, it is not where I would want to be for this entire Porsche Cup. So there's 6 races. This was just the first one, and we're gonna see how this turns out. This was just something of an experiment that I wanted to do in a way, but I do want to do good. So while this was a disappointing race, I'm not necessarily surprised based on my amount of practice and pretty much, you know, I guess how much I've played the game recently, which isn't much, so I can't really be upset. It's just kind of a thing that I gotta be accountable for. So, in any case, we are going to call it for now, guys. So, I do want to thank you guys for watching. Take care of yourselves as always, and I will see you again on track next time. Peace.